Welcome to the video. Today we're diving into Manchester City's brand new 2025/26 setup. Pep Guardiola has taken his 3-2-4-1 and added some serious tweaks that make City even harder to stop. We'll break down how the formation works, how the two number 10s move into the half spaces to link play, and how City create those deadly diamond shapes on each wing. Manchester City usually start off in a 4-3-3, but in possession, Guardiola's system quickly morphs into a 3-2-4-1. At first glance, it looks simple: 3 centre-backs, a double pivot, 4 midfielders and Haaland up top, but it's incredibly fluid. The back 3 spread wide to give City width when building from the back, and one centre-back often steps into midfield to create overloads. The double pivot sits just ahead, controlling tempo, shielding the defence and offering a safe outlet whenever pressure comes. Up front, the 4 midfielders aren't static. 2 wingers stay wide, stretching the defence horizontally, while the 2 number 10s occupy the half spaces, always available between the lines. Haaland remains central, pinning defenders and creating space for everyone else. Once City push into the final third, this 3-2-4-1 can morph into a 2-3-5 shape. Wingers push high and suddenly City have 5 attacking lanes: left half space, centre, right half space, right, making it extremely difficult for any team to defend. Next, let's break down the 2 number 10s in Manchester City's 2025/26 setup: Bernardo Silva on the left and Reijnders on the right. They don't sit behind Haaland like traditional playmakers. Instead, they occupy the half spaces, the pockets between the opposition's midfield and defence. By operating here, they constantly pull defenders out of position and create space for everyone else. This positioning is incredibly difficult to defend. The half spaces are too deep for centre-backs, but too high for midfielders, forcing defenders into split-second decisions: step out and leave gaps, or stay back and risk City combining in front of them. The number 10s link the wingers and Haaland, making City's attack extremely fluid. On the left, Bernardo Silva combines with Doku. On the right, Reijnders links with Bobb. They're always available for quick passes, vertical balls and cutbacks. On the ball side, the number 10s are part of diamond overloads. Each diamond consists of the winger, the half space, number 10, one of the pivots, and a slightly advanced centre-back. For example, on the right, Diaz steps up, Rico Lewis drifts across. Reijnders occupies the half space and Bobb stays wide, creating a 4-player diamond that forces the defence to shift and opens passing lanes to Haaland. The left side works the same way with Bernardo Silva, Doku, Nico González and Aït Nouri. The duties of the number 10s are clear: occupy pockets to receive and turn under pressure, exploit space between the lines, provide vertical passes to Haaland or cutting wingers, and recycle possession when the first attack is blocked. They're also masters of cutbacks. When the wingers reach the byline, Bernardo Silva or Reijnders are perfectly positioned to receive the ball, shoot, or slip Haaland through. This is why City's attacks feel so fluid. The number 10s always have options, always find space, and keep the opposition guessing. In short, Bernardo Silva and Reijnders don't just create chances, they orchestrate the attack, turning tight spaces into deadly zones and making Guardiola's system unpredictable and explosive. This means City attack with 2 mirrored quadrants, one on each wing, each capable of creating chances on its own. If the left side gets crowded, they recycle possession through the pivots and instantly switch to the right, where an identical structure is waiting to take advantage. What's brilliant about this is that the system is never lopsided. Some teams overload one flank and leave themselves exposed. City don't. By keeping a 4 versus 4 on each side, they always maintain control, width and balance. And in the middle of it all, Haaland. The structure guarantees he's never isolated. Whether it's Bernardo Silva slipping him through from the left, Reijnders threading passes on the right, or wingers cutting back across goal, Haaland is always the reference point, always on the end of City's moves. So when you put it all together, the 3-2-4-1 morphing from a 4-3-3, the 2 number 10s in the half spaces, the diamond overloads on the wings, and the perfectly mirrored 4 versus 4 structures, you get a system that is almost impossible to defend: balanced, flexible and ruthlessly efficient. In the attacking phase, or what Spanish coaches call Fase, Ofensiva or Juego de Posición, Guardiola's City use zonal attacking structures rather than pure individual freedom. Each player has a specific zone to occupy, and together these zones create balance across the pitch. This Ataque positional makes City incredibly hard to disrupt because they're not chasing the ball, they're occupying zones. If the ball shifts left, the left box comes alive. If it's switched right, the right box takes over. And through the middle, Haaland is the finishing reference point, constantly fed from these structured zones. This is classic Guardiola. It's not just attacking, it's organised, zonal and meticulously balanced. The perfect example of a modern positional attack.